Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern. For the last time, the Guy Gardner Warrior podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Warriors Bar. It is.
Hi, Will. Hi, everyone.
That's right, kids. That's right. This week we're closing out that Guy Gardner series because we're going to do all in one shot. Guy Gardner Warrior 40 through 44 and annual number 2. So.
And for Guy Gardner Warrior, it's closing time.
One last goal. Alcohol. Yes.
One last round.
Where everyone knows your name.
Yeah.
All these Cheers references. Man, if only we had a Boston native here to
Still exiled to the far sector.
I don't know what he's up to.
And I'm visiting nursing homes with bad intentions.
All right, so where should we begin before we get to the Guy Gardner?
Well, I think we both have good news. So on 3, let's see. One,
oh yeah, so all the
2,
kids in the
3.
kingdom
Go.
What we wanted for Christmas. Yes. That's right, kids. Before Sector 2814, we did a little show called The Quantum Zone. Stay tuned for more on that. But yes, we got our Quasar figures.
Finally. We've been waiting for these literally
I know.
for, I think, years at this point.
I looked up our last official, not that one we did on the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, but like the last official episode of the Quantum Zone. It was a year ago. So yeah,
Wow.
we've been waiting for this at least a year, and I think a few last couple weeks of that it's probably been a little over a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a long time. But thank you, Walgreens, for the exclusive Quasar.
Yeah. Because it dropped on Friday, and everyone I know who ordered on Friday got it. Well, everyone in the United States who ordered it on Friday got it.
Got it today.
I think Ray ordered it before us. USA, USA.
He has the Moon Knight series and upcoming live action show to keep him happy. So
that is the Walgreens Marvel figure. I wish I would have jumped on the Moon Knight one they had a while back, and I think that sold out pretty quick. So
I haven't seen that one.
Now they want big money for hell. All the Funkos, all the Moon Knight like figures. Yeah, they want big money for those now.
Oh yeah,
but hopefully we'll be getting a lot more Moon Knight merch. Yes, once that show hits.
Gotta get the ring.
So yeah, if you want an unboxing video, or if you were a fan of the Quantum Zone, or hey, if the Quantum Zone was before your time, you want to check it out. We're going to be doing a special one-off here soon in the next couple of days. Like I said, to unbox that Quasar figure and talk some Marvel Cosmic Comics. So, yes, if you love your Marvel Cosmics, stay tuned.
That's right.
Although I saw a picture online, and I was like, "Damn it, it's gonna make me buy more stuff," because, like I was showing you, I got a Marvel figure before. Now we got the Quasar, and I got that small Quasar figure, but not as good as this. Come on.
No, that's classic. Yeah.
But somebody had the Marvel and the Quasar together, and I think there was like either 1 or 2 Nova figures. I'm like, damn it, they're gonna make me buy a Nova figure to go with those.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Nova. I'm going to have to find that one too. Because, ultimately, he was a Nova co-star for the limited series, and then, when they resurrected him. So
yeah. But I think they had 2. I think it was like the newer Nova, and I think they had like a classic Nova version too.
Well, speaking of, I've heard rumors now. These are rumors like second or third hand, but some people have talked about that the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness might involve the realm. What was it? What was it called? Where life won. You know, you had the evil Marvel from there. You had the evil Quasar. It was during
Oh,
the
is
Thanos
that the
imperative.
Cancerverse or whatever?
Cancerverse, the Cancerverse, yeah.
What the F?
And I'm like, that's that's where kind of Quasar got his body back, and
I've heard many rumors. I've heard Illuminati. I've heard, we can hear Patrick Stewart's voice as Professor X. I heard Wolverine's going to show up. I've heard Ghost Rider's going to show up. So
lots
knows,
of
Will?
rumors. Lots of rumors.
Probably till May. We're not going to know for sure.
And until we see it in theaters, right? I may have to wait till after to see.
I mean, it's probably gonna be a checklist. I mean, I was gonna say, even if you don't go opening weekend, I'm probably gonna have to like make a checklist. Okay, well, this is who shows up. This is not who does not show up.
Yeah, I need a report, Phil.
Although there's always those rumors, and I don't know if they're still floating around that Quasar might make at least a cameo, if not in a full-on appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So
yeah, those were from a very long time ago. Like James Gunn posted a picture of an old Quasar TV or something, if I remember right. I mean, that's from like 3 years ago, maybe. It's been a long time.
Because I forget the actor's name. I think the one guy he had on Peacemaker. I think they said he might be playing High Evolutionary or something in is it Guardians 3? So
cool, very cool. And speaking of reports, let me have it. How is Green Lantern 11?
Oh, you're gonna love this, kid. You're gonna get a lot of Hal and Joe teaming up.
I saw the preview pages, so Joe asked him, if he has a plan, and his plan is the typical Hal, hit it till it stops moving.
Oh yeah, that's like page 4. Yeah. Let's just say John Stewart's getting his groove back.
Yeah, and he at the end of 10, he saw what was happening on Oa. So
I'm gonna give you a quick flash, and then I'm gonna take it away.
Okay, cool. Huh. Somebody who was once a Guardian is powerful. This is shocking, isn't it?
Yes. Okay, well, here's my question. I mean, you saw it at the end of 10, so I'm not spoiling anything for you. But you know how like that Rogue Guardian's like huge now, and it's like basically all what's left of the Green Lantern Corps and the United Planets are teaming up to like try to stop him and stuff. I'm like, where was this power level when Hal Jordan was destroying the Corps? I know for the story they wanted to blow everything up, but still, I'm like, that story. Did the Guardians want Hal to blow everything up? Because I'm like, they just stood there,
I mean, yeah, he even took off his ring, dropped it, started slowly walking to the.
He was powerless. It wouldn't have taken much effort to like bubble him up or something, Yeah.
Quasar style.
Exactly. Again, well, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, because I have faith in Jeffrey Thorne. Maybe maybe the Star Heart is boosting this Guardian. Who knows? But
I feel like this is all maybe some headcanon mixed with some retcons that we've seen since. But I feel like the Guardians at that point, obviously the writer did not know that Parallax was the fear entity, blah blah blah. But the Guardians probably had a hunch that what was about to happen, so maybe they wanted it to happen I don't know. My headcanon says that they knew he was possessed and they were rescuing everybody else on the planet. I have no idea.
All right, I'm just gonna. All right, I'm just gonna say. I bet you Jeffrey Thorne will 1, please talk to us. 2, I bet that I was gonna say, if he wants to make a something out of that mess, maybe just like, oh yeah, there's this big prophecy, and the Guardians are like, this whole thing with Hal Jordan had to happen, or else You know, or else the core would have ended permanent. You know, it's
Yeah.
like Infinity War and Endgame. You know, Doctor Strange looked and it's like, okay, this is the only way we're going to beat Thanos. You know, for him to snap everyone away for 5 years.
We have to take a header here, and then it'll all come back.
You know what? Lil still has a theory where she's like, Doctor Strange probably looked. There's probably more than one universe where they won, but he was such a dick. He just picked the one where Tony Stark ends up dead.
Maybe. I hope that. I mean, we talked about the logo last week. How it blows
Yes.
up and then is rebuilt, which I had not noticed. I forget who pointed that out, but I thought it was really cool. I hope that this is the last time that we, blow up the central power battery and make all of the lanterns powerless again. At least for maybe another couple of decades.
Yeah. But then that's always the problem too. It's like then you switch writers, and like the next guy's like, "Oh, hey, I want to, I want to blow it all up."
Let's blow it all up. Well, but I forgot to send you the link for Jeffrey Thorne's Patreon. That was editorial. That was this had to happen.
Oh,
So,
really? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you know what? I don't think we need to be worrying about these writers. I think it's the editorial every time he's saying it. This stuff has to blow up every time. I mean, Emerald
This is
Twilight,
new.
this.
Wait, you've blown up the battery how many times in the last 30 years? What?
The kids seem to like it 30 years ago. Let's keep doing it.
Let's keep doing it every 10 years.
Just like, hey, Death of Superman, check. Blow up that battery, check.
Yeah, Death of the JLA. We need to break Batman again.
Let's kill off Wonder Woman or take her powers, check.
Yeah. Do we know anybody that likes Batman?
Oh, no, we know someone who loves Batman.
I love Batman.
Nice.
He's sitting there going, what the?
I assume an excellent cliffhanger on this issue, since we're getting, I guess it wraps up in 12. And then I think the month after that, there are no Green Lantern, no next issue of Green Lantern in the next previews or something for the next month.
I don't know. I mean, unless he only doing 12, or are they doing like a quote unquote season 2, or
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a cliffhanger, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
of course it is, Will.
I know. I'm hoping maybe 12 will be double sized. I haven't looked and see what the solicits say for it, but looking forward to it.
But no, the other thing I wanted to bring up, I did share the link on the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. I think it's artist Ron Friends shared this link. I don't know if he created this whole thing or was just sharing the link, but yeah, there's a petition. I think it's a change.org petition that everyone could sign, but it's they're calling for George Perez to get the awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's on the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Facebook. So yeah. So go sign it when you get a chance. I did. I mean, come on, what's the harm?
Yeah.
Come on, do it while the guy's still here. Come on. You deserve, how much happiness, how much art has this guy brought into the world? Come on.
Absolutely. I'll have to, yeah. Oh, and here's the I'll share this in our private chat here. That's the link for his Patreon, where he does give you kind of some criterion behind the scenes, writer, expanded edition type stuff for like the first 4 or 6 issues of Green Lantern.
Okay.
Which is
I sent you the link in our Facebook Messenger. Yeah, for the George Perez. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Here, I'll put that in. I'll put this in there too, so you've got it.
Yeah. Mr. Thorne, why don't you come on and promote your Patreon? Because there's that Spider-Man Slingers issue I want to talk to him about too. So come on. So
let's see. We're 15 minutes in, and we still have not talked about Guy Gardner.
I know. Come on. You know what? We got to. We swallow this pill. We're good for
forever.
He shows up here and there in the background, but basically, we're basically tonight we're done with 90s Guy Gardner,
Yeah.
because next time he has a big role is basically his rebirth.
And the core Green Lantern core series. And I'm finding out that he went over to the Red Lanterns during New 52 for a while.
Yes. Yeah.
So I've got a lot of reading to catch up. New 52 forward to basically the Grant Morrisons and Liam Sharp series.
You know what? When we get to a certain point, it's going to be like an event like every week. I feel like, like War of the Green Lanterns, Blackest Night,
Sinestro Corps War.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Green Lantern, New Gods, Godhead. I just read that. Pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say I read most of those, but yeah, like the Green Lantern series with Simon and Jessica. I was looking. I think I only got like 8 or 10 issues on that. So yeah, after that. That's gonna be new reading for me too. So
yeah, I've been able to pick, I think, all but about 5 or 6 of them up on some sales, like at Midtown Comics and some other online places. It's the Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps issues that I'm still working on. So, and that's all rebirth stuff. So
yeah, I have those. Yeah,
I've still got to work on New 52 as well. Although I think I may have the first few of those, because I remember reading, Hal was kicked out, Sinestro was the GL for 2814, and then I kind of forget what happened. So, but we had to move, so yeah, that was a big interruption. So.
Yes. All right. Should we get to the Guy Gardner?
Yeah, and these weren't horrible.
No, so yeah, there was one nitpick I had, but yeah, for the most part, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, and then of course Arisia. When we get to there, we'll talk about that, which I thought was continued a bad trend at 90s DC.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so we'll start with 40 because like the annuals seem to take place after the last issue, right? Yeah.
Well, one of the stories has an editor's note that's because Arisia shows up.
Spoilers. Yeah, beforehand.
This takes place before Green Lantern or Guy Gardner 43.
So messy. All right. Just rubbing it in. Okay, so yeah, kids, we're gonna end Guy Gardner tonight.
That's right. It's closing time.
Or a warrior's passing, if you will.
Exactly.
All right, so yes, we start with Guy Gardner Warrior number 40, March 1996. By the way, I have no synopses for these, but I'll just give credits. Oh God. Boy, I just love long titles. Sarcastic. Good things ain't been comings in the packages I've been getting.
Yes.
Damn, where does he live? Arkansas? Come on.
Oh, you wound me.
Writer Bo Smith, penciler Aaron Lopresti, inker Dan Davis, colors Lee Lothridge, letterer Albert D. Guzman, and editor Eddie Berganza.
Hey, and I have a question. So
I don't know if I have an answer.
We start touching on a relationship between Guy and Fire.
Fire? Yeah.
I don't know is that ever brought up again?
I don't remember that being brought up. Well, again, where's it going to be brought up? Because, I mean, unless it's taking place in the background of Cal's book or, I don't know.
And doesn't Ice come back pretty soon? Fairly soon?
I don't know when she comes back, but I know she does eventually. Awkward.
Very awkward.
Yeah, because this one opens with Guy in bed and he wakes up and, oh, look, there's a green boot.
I wonder where that came from.
Then he wanders downstairs and all his buddies are like, hey, Romeo. Oh, God. I love just looking for burn marks, the kind you get when you play with fire. Burn.
We didn't even write these jokes, folks.
I know. So yeah, he's getting all this trash from his friends, and then someone walks in the bar, and he's like, "Oh no, not her, not you." It's his mother.
Yes, who we thought was kind of dead, but maybe wasn't because her friend was there to get killed.
Yeah,
Right?
no, it was the friend. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, this strikes me as odd because in year one, didn't it seem like she was all meek and basically submissive to that husband? But now all of a sudden she's now she seems all bossy and
Yeah, bossy.
maybe now she's coming out of her shell and that husband's gone. I don't know. Yeah, because she's telling people to get her a drink and get out of my way. And she says she's moving in because she's like, you burned down my house, run my neighbors off, killed my cat.
He didn't kill your cat.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do that.
I mean, which we covered in Guy Gardner Warrior 28. But I guess something must have happened in Showcase 96, 1 and 2, because that's in the editor's note too.
Yeah, so I don't know what that story is, so I don't think we need to hunt it down, Phil. We'll just
No,
I
I want like major force breaking into the house or something.
yeah.
Why, you don't want more Guy Gardner? Well,
Not until we hit Rebirth, man. Not until we hit Rebirth.
But yeah, guys, like, you can't stay here. It's too dangerous. She's like, oh, more dangerous than my house you burned down.
Yeah.
Why don't you just put up a big sign that said, Warrior's mom's house, come tear it down and kill her. And then this was odd too. They're getting some kind of like, they have a warehouse or something in the bar or something.
Where they store all of their artifacts from their archaeological things that they.
I mean, a basement I would get, but there's like a forklift. There's huge crates. I'm like, okay. In the middle of New York.
Yeah, and hey, we get monkeys. I love monkeys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Monkey Grodd.
See, it should have been monkey business. Come on.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. The OG. Yeah. Suck it, Ultra Humanite. Suck it, Monsieur Mala. Yeah, it's Grodd.
It's Grodd.
But yeah, he's looking for some device. Sends his hench monkeys in. They acquire whatever they're looking for.
Mayhem ensues.
Yeah, no, we got a problem on the roof. Yeah, because Lady Blackhawk calls them up there. Something broke security, killed 3 guards. They nabbed the canister from Zaire. But I guess this stuff is so valuable, they're putting tracking sensors on everything they bring in, because that ain't gonna get expensive.
And let's just go with it. And why are they taking these things from the countries that they're in? There are artifact laws and stuff.
It's the 90s, Will. Who cares? The natives. Yeah, so they're tracking their spider tracers down, and then
spider tracers, good, nice one.
And then we get another editor's note. It's been a while since I read this, but yes, I do remember Grodd showing up in Catwoman's book, because she basically humiliated him, and is that 21 or 27? I forget what issue, but yeah, I do remember him showing up.
Well, I don't remember. That's one I'll have to look up.
Yeah, it's Jim Ballant era, so.
Oh, so it's okay.
Yeah. Basketballs, yes. But yeah, so basically, we get the info dump. What is one of the apes is like? What is this? A very potent dose of
Yeah, I noticed that the editor screwed up there because it was.
Did we know this book was coming to an end? And we're like, I don't need to edit this.
Whatever.
So yes, it's a potent dose of saccharum, an ancient mind-altering drug that once in Gorilla City's water system will cause all of the defilers to bend to Grodd's will.
Kneel before Grodd and Zod. Sorry.
So, and I guess they must have sophisticated track. They can't give this poor young lady pants, but they have sophisticated trackers. Say, yeah, there's not human. That's not humans in there. And then, oh yeah, because what's his face is like, Buck's like, oh yeah, it's from some lost city, and the guy's like, lost city? What lost city? And he's like, one with talking apes. He's like, oh no. He's like, I was in the Justice League long enough to know what that is. So now, yeah. So even Guy has realized it's Gorilla Grodd behind this now.
Yes, and Guy's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
Exactly. So, so yes, they go to battle the giant monkey at the Empire State Building. No, kids, literally, they do.
Yeah. Now I was a little confused at the ending here.
Yeah, a
Grodd
lot of these last couple confuse me. Yes.
Grodd double crosses him. There's going to be an explosion here. I'll leave you the detonator. Oh, psych! It doesn't work. See ya, suckers. So Guy throws it at him.
Well, I guess it's like one of his
Cyber Monkey
minions is going to explode or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, does he have like a explosive strap to him? Did he eat it? I'm like, what the?
But then Guy basically yeets the thing, whether it's the ape or whatever, toward the escaping ship, and then
I know, because he's like, they're like, it's not shutting the bomb off, and Guy just picks it up and whips it. Grodd's fleeing ship. Yeah, because that's not going to cause any damage, Will, is it? If you blow up a ship over New York City, that's not going to cause any damage.
No, that'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Just like, oh, that's nice and cleaned up. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't seem very clean to me.
I mean, at least like throw out a line where it's like, oh, all right, now while he's over the East River, something.
Yeah.
But yeah, then they're flying back home, and Guy's like, oh no, I gotta go home. Oh no, Mom's there. So she's yelling for her national Tadler and her scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think, Will?
It was an issue of Guy. It was a pretty standard issue of Guy Gardner.
I was going to say, first I was going to be like, did they even try on this one? But I was like, wait, this is a typical Guy Gardner issue. All I have to say is, like, it seems like throughout, I mean, especially after Who left, it just seems like continuity sometimes. It seems like they're going in sometimes they'll go in a certain direction. All of a sudden, they'll just drop stuff without mentioning.
And then just go, yeah. I mean,
we'll get to here soon, but.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, since Emerald Twilight, Guy has kind of just been. I mean, we had him fight the Tormox or whatever, which was
well, first we had to decide what his power set was going to be.
Yeah,
where was his look going to be? Yeah, and then it's like, oh hey, are we fighting aliens? Is he going to be like a straight up superhero?
Yeah, it just seems kind of all over the place. And I don't know that that's necessarily the fault of the art team or the writer.
I could see this very much being editorial, where it's just like, oh yeah, sales aren't going up. In fact, they're going down.
Let's throw this at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah, we want you guys to do this month. Yeah. Especially since I'm sure they were under some mandate where it's like no energy powers, no ring,
no ring slinging.
Exactly. All right, so should we get to 41?
You bet. This actually is kind of cool because you had the story being told two different ways. One by Mike Perich, who is very much missed and an awesome artist, and then the top one told by the normal art team on Guy Gardner.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's the same team. There was there was like 4 or 5 different artists it's saying on this cover. So it says cover artist, and there's like Mark Campos, Mike Perich, Dan Davis, Scott Bauman, and Heroic Age.
So I think Campos and Dan Davis were the penciler and inker on the mainline series, and then Mike Perich and I can't remember the other name. Were his inker, and then Heroic would probably be the colorist. Would be my guess for the entire book.
So basically, everyone who contributed art to this issue got to draw something on that cover.
Yeah,
because it's split down the side. Yeah, too. Yeah, but like I said, same creative team. Well, it's saying here, same creative team. But yeah, we got more artists. those artists. But oh god, Guys and Babes in Toyland.
And we get Fire showing up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I'm trying to see. Is it just in the I called it like the animated series, like is that the only place Gnord shows up? Because
Yeah,
Gnord's
it
in that
is.
one.
So yeah, and I feel like that's what they're watching at the end is what we saw, at the bottom running. They were watching the animated series, the Guy Gardner animated series.
Exactly. I just wonder if were they testing the waters here? Were they trying the test where it's like if people were went, hey, give us more of this animated series style. We will, bring in Gnord, bring in the.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I still miss the Green Lantern animated series because it was awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like that. The bottom of each page, yeah, it's like in the style of Batman, the animated series. The upper half is definitely 90s.
Definitely Guy. Yeah.
Because what is this? They're at this toy fair. To meet Olivia Reynolds because
she's making toys. It's based on all of them.
Guy Gardner toys. It's like, oh, Hal's dead. Okay, on the guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, could she still go ahead with Hal Jordan? I mean, I don't know if anyone's going to buy a Hal Jordan Green Lantern figure, but could she make a Parallax figure? I mean,
maybe. I mean, I don't know.
What's he gonna do? Sue her? Or well, is she afraid he's gonna come and kill her or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the Green Lantern Corps are kind of public figures, right? I mean,
as far as we know, most of them are dead, except for Guy and Aristia, and John Stewart's wherever. But
yeah.
Then we get two different versions of the Quorum villains. Because they're either led by Dungeon or the Death.
Yeah.
Who literally has written on his belly, you
me.
owe me.
Yeah. Quorum never really kind of achieved real bad guy threat level, did they?
No, because it seemed like they Mars tried it for 2 seconds in Green Lantern too, because it was just like, oh hey, we're gonna turn Guy Gardner's brother into a weapon. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, well let's try to get the new Green Lantern's ring. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, well let's take 6 months, go back to the drawing board, come up with some more ideas.
And those don't work either. I mean, because they end, skipping ahead a few issues, they end the leader of Quorum pretty quickly.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. I wonder if it's I guess I don't know if Mars didn't want to pick up the Quorum thing, so it basically fell on Guy's shoulders, and then as we're going to see here in a couple of minutes, the book comes to an end. So
that's the end of the Quorum. Yeah, they don't have a Quorum anymore. Sorry.
This Quorum doesn't have a forum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, like we were saying, the whole book is basically, basically the same story told two different ways.
Yeah.
In a more in the 90s way, or the bottom half is the more wholesome way.
Yes.
But yes, Fire shows up in both. But even in the end, that it seemed like it's supposed to be more innocent, but even an animated series style,
oh yeah,
guy telling Fire, oh, I like the innovative way you use your gravity powers to keep your costume up, Fire. And she's like, I don't have gravity powers.
Yeah, let's see, impure. There was a line in there about impure and bad thoughts after their slumber party.
Yes. Oh my. But yeah, we see Guy just impale Dungeon's arm and stuff, and oh god. Yeah, so they just had the big fight, and then in the animated series version, they put Olivia Reynolds in a catapult and throw her. Oh, you.
Yeah.
who basically decks the villain in that animated series style as Buck's just sitting there drinking.
Yeah, because his shirt came off, so he doesn't fight anymore. I mean, I'm like, what?
Does he think he is Luke Cage?
Yeah, this is nuts.
I mean, I wonder if they knew the book was coming to an end at this point. He's just like,
Let's try some. Let's just
have some fun. F it. Who cares? But yeah, I mean, basically in the animated series, Olivia Reynolds is just like decking the main bad guy and puts him in an apron.
Yeah.
Oh, but in the 90s style, Guy basically knocks out Dungeon and puts it. He has a card. He's like, "Here, tell the quorum guys if they want to find me. This is where they can find me." What they didn't know to come to the big, huge bar in New York with your name
Warriors
written on the front of it. Yeah. After the huge party you had with literally like everybody, superhero, on Earth or not. So they're back at the bar, and then oh god. Oh, and then the end of that animated series where you have Gnort, kind of like the Looney Tunes. Ain't that enough, folks?
Yeah, steal $20 out of you for all these action figures.
Yeah, they show all the action figures. Oh, but what about this? And Gnort's like, send me $20, and then the editor's notes like, this offer only good for residents of Coast City.
Coast City, yeah, which just doesn't exist anymore.
I was gonna say, it's like, unless you're dead, kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the rest of the gang are watching the animated series as Guy tells Fire goodbye. Which I thought they were gonna like break up here, but it doesn't seem like it. She's just like, oh hey.
Yeah, let's maybe go on a date.
Yeah, catch you later. So I was like, I thought that would have been the perfect time, but I don't know. Again, did they know the series was coming to an end?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, Will, so what did you think?
I thought this one was kind of fun because of the two different art styles and the way they told the story. And, it's when you get right down to it, it was a little bit experimental and, something good to try. And I think it pulled it off really well. So I think of the issues, this was probably my favorite one.
It's one of their better experiments. Yeah.
Yeah, even over Guy Gardner.
Oh, I was gonna say next issue. Should we get to that one?
Let's. Why not?
Yes, Guy Gardner, Warrior 42 from May 1996. I believe the same team. All right, ready for this title, kids? A gender bender in the blender. See, kids, they know how to rhyme
all the time.
But a lot. Again, do they know it's coming to an end? But it seems like all of these just like seem to pick up in the middle of a story.
Yeah, there seems to be very little continuity, but it's just like, boom, hey, here's the situation. Let's just go for it. Go with it.
I know. It's like, oh wait, what plot point what plot points we still haven't wrapped up yet before the end? Oh hey, how about this one?
Yeah, let's try this.
Hey, we done it. Hey, did we wrap up the mentor yet? No. How about Guy's new girlfriend who we've been mentioned for the last 2 months? Oh hey, let's bring it. Because kids, yes, we seem to jump into the middle of a story because in this one, Guy wakes up in the morning and he's a woman. And kids, he's a 90s comic book woman.
He's in the 90s, yes.
Talk about your gravity altering clothes.
Costume. Yeah.
Because she's in that robe and that barely closed robe.
It's
but I love by page 2 or 3 they've already explaining it because like Lady Blackhawk's like, oh hey, this letter came from you.
Yeah, it's the mentor. How did he do this? And whatever, we're going with it. It's just
like reality altering powers or something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she sends that, dearest Guy, I mean Gal, by now you freely experiencing your feminine side. Yeah, he basically sends a whole note, basically twirling his mustache, saying, "I did this to you, ha ha ha."
Yeah. Oh, and come here to this place. Oh, and by the way, this is a trap.
Yes, come to this fashion show.
P.S. This is a trap. I mean, it's like, okay, let's just go with it.
So then Guy warps in the more warrior form, which he can still do in the body of a woman. So, I mean, he can morph weapons out of like his arms and stuff, but he can't change himself back to a man.
I don't know.
He could
Not for the purposes of this story. No.
he can grow many guns, just not the one he's yearning for again.
Perhaps.
Oh, and then that then his quote unquote girlfriend shows up. She's like, she's very upset. No, this will not do. Because what? She has power over men, and Guy's not a man anymore.
That's right. And she's also the leader of the quorum.
Oh my god! And then just him sitting in that helicopter. How do you ladies crush your arm? How do you 90s comic book women crush their arms? Lady Blackhawk. It's a good thing you're not pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So we see the mentors basically taking everyone hostage at this fashion show. So Guy goes in alone because I think didn't the mentor say, "Yeah, come alone or people are gonna die." So Guy or Gal goes in.
Yeah, Gal goes in.
And then it's weird. So it's like, so the mentor threatens these women unless Guy like puts on a fashion show in these different outfits.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I mean, so what is the mentor just wanting to humiliate him? Because I'm like, what is the mentor getting out of this?
Yeah. And then finally, let's see what. Oh, Martika shows up, right? Yes. His girlfriend shows up with the quorum people.
Yeah, and then it's like this other guy shows up and like the mentor said that's his father. I'm like, wait, is that literally his father? Because
Yeah.
the guy looks like a normal human. I was like, wait a minute. Wait, what?
It was some black, like he say voodoo or something, magic. The way
His name was Mudaka, Mudakka.
and he was the one that was protecting his mind from Martika, so they
Yeah.
killed him, and then suddenly he has to fall in line.
Yes, they basically shoot him. So yeah.
Yeah.
But Guy frees the hostages, and then so the mentor falls under what's her face's power again. So she says, "Change Guy back." And Guy's like, "No, you're gonna mess with my mind. You know, you're in charge of the ones who killed my brother. You and your new boy toy need a spanking." And then, but now Martika can't control Guy because he has a bond with Verona.
Yeah, who's supposedly his betrothed, you know?
Yeah, because she had a problem with him, with the one night stand with fire. So here's another plot that's not going to go anywhere, kids.
Yep. Not.
You know what? I wonder what happened to that bond. Once rebirth hits, and that Voldarian DNA gets sucked out of him.
Yep. We should. You know what? While you're getting ready for the next issue,
yes,
I will look up and see if she appears anywhere else.
Yes.
How do you Varonna?
Yeah. Veronna. Yeah. But yeah, so Martika gets away and basically puts together her Guy Gardner revenge squad, including the mentor, which ends that issue and brings us to the two parts of Warriors Passing.
It looks like she has 8 appearances.
Anything past Guy Gardner, Warrior 44 Annual 2? Wait, 8 appearances total?
Yeah, 8 appearances total.
Because I was going to say that might be just this series. Because
Warriors, Warrior. So 1, 2, 3, 6 Warriors. Superboy in the Ravers issue where Guy Gardner, of course, shows up.
yeah.
And I think 10 appearances. Sorry, 10 appearances. She appears in 10 issues. Let's view all of these issues.
Anything like Guy Gardner, Warrior, Superboy, and the Ravers?
Guy Gardner, Warrior, the Superboys and the Ravers #1 issue, and then the Guy Gardner Annual. 8 appearances in Guy Gardner Warrior, 1 in that, and 1 in there's her appearances right there.
So yeah, so maybe the final appearance of Verona tonight, kid. Well, probably most of his team.
Yeah.
And the last appearance for a long time of someone else. So.
Yes.
All right, so should we get to the next one?
You bet.
All right, Guy Gardner Warrior 43, June 1996. A Warrior's Passing Part 1. You broke my heart, so I busted your jaw. God. Yeah, Bo Smith, the writer. I think most of the team's the same except pencil. It says Brad Gorby. So, again, no synopsis because no one cares. So yeah, this one kind of jumps in the middle too, because I mean, like I said, last time we saw, Martika putting together her little revenge squad, but then it, 43 opens up. It's like the first page is a recap, and then the second, third page is a splash, and we see our old buddy, Sledge?
Yeah,
beating
from
on Guy.
The crossover with Steel.
Yep. Yeah, it's basically beating on Guy. They're basically duking it out in the middle of the street in New York. Yeah, just the big 90s punch 'em up.
Yep.
And it seems Martika has put on her 90s outfit.
Yep.
Super villain woman bikini 101, yes. But she's talking to a figure in the shadows. Who could that be?
Who could that be?
All right. I don't know if it's been too soon or not, but hey, Will, I'm not going to spoil it yet, but that figure in the shadows, he's one cool customer.
Yeah, and you know why you can't spoil it? Because you've put it in the refrigerator.
Ah!
Sorry.
See, I was going to go with the Arm & Hammer joke. You went straight for the fridge. Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, Martika says she doesn't want Guy dead, but that doesn't mean you can't punish him. After all, he's been a very bad boy.
Yeah, okay.
Guy and Sledge are beating on each other. He makes a big gun and blows Sledge away, and then who shows up? Or Joe Gardner.
Yep.
Jeez. Basically trying to dress like an evil version of Guy when he was a Green Lantern.
Or Yellow Lantern or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just looks like dark green side. I'm just
Yeah, and he's got the collar.
Yeah. So he's just pummeling Guy as Sledge is holding Guy down. Until Guy turns his face in the metal.
Yeah, I think so.
And then grows guns on the back on his shoulders to shoot behind him and blast Sledge in the face. And then we're really dredging the bottom here for Rogues Gallery, because then that pirate guy who took hostages for one issue shows up.
Yep. At the top of
was that the World Trade Center?
Or was it World Trade Center? It's one of those, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been World Trade. I was gonna say that's just I was trying to remember too. I was like, was it Empire State Building again or World Trade? I think it was World Trade.
I think you're right. I think it's the World Trade Center. Yeah.
I think we were like, oh man, this thing is so out of date because it was World Trade, and then he kept making he tried to take Bill Clinton hostage.
Oh. Yeah.
So yeah, we're scraping to get some rogues here.
Rogues Gallery, right?
Verona's like, oh, tell Lady Blackhawk we need to get back. Since Guy feels troubled.
This may very well be the last appearance of Verona as well.
Exactly. Oh God. I see you've mastered your freakish power since last we fought, Landlover. You can't say that unless you're like Aquaman. Come on.
Yeah.
But just as Guy's about to win again, who shows up? The mentor. But then we see the mysterious figure get the warrior's bar and breaks in. This guy's just like messing up all his enemies. And then we see, oh God, and then Aricia gets back to the bar because she had to show up to bend over in that short skirt. But as she does, we get, she sees them figure in the shadows again. If you hadn't figured it out by now, by Will's not so subtle clue over the head, yes, it's Major Force.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
one more time.
But you're dead. Guy said, yeah, once. But thanks to the quorum, I'm the proverbial bad penny. Real bad.
Yeah.
So, yes, so Guy, like, he basically harpoon Sledge in the leg, and then does he grow a hand to detach? It looks like a giant like crab or something on Sledge's face. No, it looks like Guy grew himself another hand.
Yeah, and then he gasses him or something. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I know. Oh, we must have missed something, yeah, because that Major Force is telling Larissa. I got a little sidetracked, and they say Extreme Justice 17. I read that once or twice. I don't remember that, but man, that Extreme Justice, man, they were
Extreme.
Well, no, but they were kind of cleaning up some of the, Carol Ferris showed up there, and all this Major Force.
Oh, speaking of Carol Ferris, if I can go off of a side ramp here for a moment.
Yes.
Apparently, her and Kyle get together.
Yes, they did date for a while with, what's that, New 52? Yes.
New 52, yeah, because I noticed that it was in the new Green Lantern New Gods Godhead. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. And Hal's love life was never the same.
I don't think it ever has been the same.
I mean, since Parallax. I mean, have those two ever got together for more than 2 seconds since Parallax? I don't think.
Well, there was the Carol Jordan from the other universe that was a Star Sapphire at the end of Grant Morrison's run.
That, yeah. I was gonna say, I think they were together for 2 seconds at when they switched over from, the continuity I like to New 52. When they, or was that it? Yeah, I think the point when they made Sinestro Green Lantern again for 2 seconds. Spoilers.
Oh, gotcha.
And Sinestro's like, no, you can't quit.
Here, I'm making you a ring.
So Major Force attacks Aricia. Oh God, and then Guy gets into a shootout with the Mentor, like a Wild West shootout. And he's like, you can't kill me. You're supposed to be the good guy. Maybe I'm just not good enough. And looks like shoots him in the head. Isn't the Mentor some other dimensional thing? I mean, didn't they, since issue 25, haven't they been building Dementor up as he's this big, I don't know if he's supposed to be a demon or some other.
Or something.
Yeah. A guy basically takes him out with a gunshot to the head.
Well, a Voldarian.
We're cleaning up. We're cleaning up.
We're cleaning up.
We went around to all the other editors and creative teams. Nobody wanted Dementor. So
he's taking one for the team.
Yes. Then we see, Aricia finds some kind of gun and she's trying to shoot Major Force. Yeah, disarms her, and then what is he? Is he suffocate? It looks like he can. Now
Morph.
he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because part of his resurrection. Yeah. So he basically wraps some of himself around the wrist and basically, I guess, suffocates her.
Yep.
And because back at the back at the scene of the battle after it's all over, yeah, Lady Blackhawk shows up with a note for Guy. It says, "Gardner, I'm back. She went slow. You're next. Let's play MF."
So apropos.
It's like, no, not this MF again. And next issue, the end.
And also, slight editor's note here, although I'm not the editor. A slight continuity note here. Can I have the?
Oh, yes.
Arisia apparently does not die at this point, because we established in Guy Gardner Warrior that she had super healing powers, so she wasn't really dead. She was comatose. At this point, she gets taken by, after her burial, taken by the cyborg Superman and imprisoned on a planet which we will go rescue a bunch of lanterns from in about 6 years from the point of this publication. No, 9
No,
years.
this is 96. No, it's probably
9 years. Oh wait, it's probably 11 or 12 years, because it's deep into the Green Lantern run, like issue 20 or something, maybe.
Oh, is it that? Is it? I thought it might be in the teens, but I was gonna
Maybe
say
it's a few
it's at
years.
least it's at least 8 to 10 years from the.
Yeah.
We might get to this. I'd say sometime next year, kid. So yeah, we'll see Arisia again.
Yes, she'll be back.
Yes. So yeah, we're really crossing Green Lanterns off the board. I mean, who's left?
John
Who's
Stewart,
alive? John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Hal's out there somewhere.
Kyle.
Cal.
Trying to think of. We'll learn later that other Green Lanterns are still alive. They're just surviving, the
Yeah,
best
I was
they
gonna say
can.
Gnort's alive, right? He's just powerless.
I think so. Because I think didn't we just figure out that he dies at some point and
Oh
comes
yeah,
back
maybe. Yeah.
during Blackest Night?
Something.
But then New
Yeah.
52 screws everything up.
Oh yeah,
so-
you never know because
Yeah.
after New 52, they can just bring people back and be like, oh no, new continuity. All right, so should we get to 44?
You bet. And then we've got the annual.
Yes. All right. Yes, we're going along here. Boy, who knew we'd like Guy Gardner so much? All right, kids. The final regular issue of Guy Gardner Warrior 44 from July 1996. Oh my. Warriors Passing Part 2, The Last Stand. Writer Bo Smith. Pencilers Mitch Bird, Tom Grummett, Joe Stanton, and Phil Jimenez.
All very
We got
good
some Joe
artists.
Stanton back on Guy,
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I think that was one of the end scenes, right?
I think, yeah. But yeah, inker Dan Davis, Lee Lothwood, colors, letter Albert Guzman, and editor Andy Berganza. So once again, we open up in the middle because it seems Guy's kind of weak, so he can't really power up at this point after that big fight with everyone. And I guess did Major Force send him a different note? She fought hard, died slow. I really liked that. Go to the pier, dead guy.
Shakespeare, it ain't.
I know. So yeah, he meets him at the pier and he's basically trying to fight Major Force without most of his powers. And then Martika's covered up and basically wants to go see Guy get his.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Major Force is just slapping Guy around. It's basically like, the Babe gave me more fight than this. But he says, no, this is going to be quick. I'm going to make you pay. And I guess Guy has enough power to summon a bat, which he hits Major Force with, or a
I think
mace. Whatever
Major
it's
Force
supposed
was
to be.
making the bat, and then Guy, grabbed it from him,
Oh yeah. But then
and
he
then
takes
made
it
it
away
disappear.
too. Yeah. So Major Force is giving them a hard time, and they're fighting in the water. Boy, who'd have thought Guy Gardner would go out on a major punch him up?
And then, when it looks like all
Oh
hope
yeah,
is
I
lost,
mean when he really is giving it the Guy, yeah. I mean, Guy punches him one in the throat, but yeah, Major Force rips his heart out.
hmm but
Mm, yes, but because Major Force is gloating, but then it's like, wait a minute, what's going on? Oh my God, that
remember back when Guy got checked out for his new Voldarian powers?
was that the first annual?
That may have been the first annual. I can't remember for
Because they
sure.
don't give us an editor's note, but yeah,
Yeah.
that internal organ that Buck X-rayed after the Tormach battle, the one we couldn't figure out. Guess my Voldarian ancestor figured I'd need a spare. So yes, he had 2 hearts, kids.
Wonder if he
meanwhile-
grows back this other grows back another one, and it becomes has a second spare again. I don't know.
I don't know. So it was like, did this seal up? It looks like, did it seal up that hole? And that, yeah, it looks like he has his full powers back.
hmm
And Major Force is like, oh no. You're dead. I won't be cheated on Major Force. And Guy uses both arms, grows a big gun, and shoots him and says, "You're Major dead."
And he has a big hole through his chest.
Yes, kids, as we saw on the cover. I know it's wrong to kill another human, but this jerk ain't human. Not anymore. So basically, what Guy does he grow a grenade or something and
Yeah.
puts it in Major Force's mouth, and yes, blows him up from the inside, kids.
Uh-huh.
Voldarian fragmite bomb, killing power of a nuke. Except it just inhales whatever it's connected to, nothing else.
So it just
So it implodes things? Is that what we're trying to say?
but while we back up a little bit, Major Force decided to straight up kill Guy. Martika didn't want that, so he kills her. Into the quorum.
Yeah. So we wrap that up. Hey, no more. Hey, the quorum have their leader now.
That's right.
So basically, you guys just stand there thinking, oh, that was for Arisia. But then we get that one of the last pages, that first epilogue. William, did you find that interesting?
With
Parallax.
Parallax.
Yeah, the wake for or funeral or whatever for Arisia. Yeah, and Parallax shows up. Because Guy's like, no, not today. And Hal's like, I came to say goodbye if you'll let me. And Guy's like, make it quick. What basically makes like a little green hologram of her above her.
Mm-hmm. And then the second epilogue is where we get Joe Staten artwork, where Guy starts cleaning editors, cleaning house on DC editors.
Yes, basically still, a guy with a Green Lantern power ring, and then we just get like a final page of him sitting in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it's like, I mean, I know they wanted the good guys to win and everything, but I wonder if there was like some editorial mandate that they wanted Guy to live, or if just the creative team wanted him to live.
I bet.
Because I mean, we killed Arisia.
I don't.
Killing Green Lanterns.
I just
He's
don't
losing
feel
his
like
own
they
book.
would kill him off, because he did headline a book for 44 issues. So I would see them, if they're going to kill Guy, it wouldn't have been in his own book.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get there. He appears to die in Our Worlds at War, but then there's an epilogue in Action Comics, which we'll get to. But
Our World's at War, is that 2002?
Something like that.
2001?
Yeah, it's like I know it's early 2000s. Yeah, it's somewhere
Okay.
around there.
Yeah, okay. I got you, man.
I know. I lost my train of thought. Oh, so they put that second heart in his chest. I wonder if they were just like, yeah, let's stick this in our back pocket for when we need it. Then it's like, it's last issue. Let's just pull it out.
Everything. We're pulling out all the stops.
And his heart.
But that is not the end.
No, because yes, we do get the Guy Gardner Warrior annual number 2, which was a Legends of the Dead Earth tie-in. Although this one was kind of different because like most of the ones I remember reading, it's like, basically set thousands of years in the future on different planets and stuff, and they never really seem to tie into the present, except that it's like, oh hey, we were inspired by Superman or Batman or whoever, but it's like this, you kind of like saw little glimpses of the present and stuff. So
well, and we even got to see Guy in the present because
yes.
he gets drawn to the future because of the inducer or whatever that thing was.
Oh yeah, and he shows up in the body of that kid, his descendant or whatever. Yeah. But then the first couple pages, it's like, I guess Warrior's
Planetoid.
Yes, it still exists on this asteroid or whatever. Yeah. These people are getting basically a summary of Guy's life and stuff.
There's a thing in there where it says that, any record of him being a loudmouth jerk, that's just people who didn't like him. That's not really the case.
Exactly. Yeah, but then we get these stories of like, I guess his descendants and stuff, because
I think so, yeah.
This one woman with an actual lantern, is that like one of his So yeah, because like a lot of the Dead Earth ones, they would do like just like one long story. This was like a bunch of little short stories.
Yeah, it's like three different stories, right? Because there was the one with she was the postal worker, and I think it was the inducer that had been mailed or something.
Yeah,
and there were changelings that would freak out and eat people. So yeah, that was interesting. And then the second story was the kids, right?
Yeah. See my finger, see my thumb, see my fist. You better run.
And yeah, because that had the inducer too. So I think the inducer was kind of the unifying theme, object throughout the three stories. Because the third story was like it was 3 daughters of the Gardner clan fighting a Jordan, which
basically, on this town in on this alien planet. Yeah, that Jordan daughter. Yeah, she even has like the long white streak in her hair.
Yeah. So much hate for Hal. I just don't get it, man.
But I guess this timeline never comes to pass because I mean it's all set on him always being warrior and not going back to being Green
Lantern. Because that framing sequence ends with him basically being in the bar with he has gray in his hair at this point.
Yeah, so I'm guessing his Voldarian DNA slows his aging or whatever. Yeah, because the woman who seemed to be in charge of the bar, I guess, is his daughter. I wonder who her mother is. Yeah, then you get that little text page at the end, which basically, so basically the annual number 2 is basically what the official last issue.
I think so.
Which I mean the time. I don't know if it was just the timing, but it worked well because most of it's set in the future. So
yeah. I mean, it kind of wrapped it all up. I mean, even at the series, and I don't know. I felt like this. I guess one way to describe almost every issue of Guy Gardner Warrior is almost like frantic, right? Just frantic mayhem. But the annual didn't have that same kind of crazed.
I almost forgot, and I bet you forgot. Let me bring up my one nitpick. After that first issue or two, what happened to that mother?
I don't know.
It's not even mentioned that it's like, oh, hey, I sent her away for her own safety. Nothing.
She took over the letter page for 1 or 2 issues, I think, didn't she?
But it's like they completely dropped that plot. That
Yeah.
it's again not even mentioned. He he didn't want to spend time with her, and all of a sudden gone.
Gone. Just
I think it was like what the first issue she was in. Was she in that second one?
40. I think she was. Yeah.
But by the time he turns into a woman, she's not around.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah.
I mean, I get 43 and 44, like not having room for her, but
Yeah. But yeah, exactly.
one line, nothing. That's what I mean. It's like, they come up with 20 things, and it's like, oh, let's drop these 5.
Yeah. Here's 20 more. But yeah, I thought the annual seemed a bit more measured and less just chaotic and just kind of,
Yeah.
I feel like it got to breathe a little bit. The rest of it was just like this, almost every issue of Guy Gardner seemed like it was just this headlong rush, just,
Yeah, maybe because the annual was the last thing, and it's like they could basically do what they want. They didn't have to worry about tying into any ongoing
hmm
nonsense or
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
and a lot of it again is set in the future. So it's like, oh hey, guy shows up in the body of this kid and
and has an adventure.
exactly. Yeah. Because I don't know if that's maybe the formula for Guy. You really don't want to tie him down with a ton of stuff and 50 million plot line, things. Just Guy shows up, does his thing, and
Come back next issue for more of the
yeah.
same.
I think he's better as either like like when he shows up in Cal's book, he's more of like a supporting character, or even like that Green Lantern core series later on after
Oh, yeah.
Rebirth, where it's like he shares the book with like Cal or whoever else. I think he's better when he's he's either a supporting cast or he co-stars with someone.
Well, and I think what really hurt, I mean, this is me being, Green Lantern fanboy. Guy's a lantern. And we get that in
Yeah.
Rebirth where, he basically kisses his ring and says that's
Yeah.
the way the lanterns do it because that's who he is at his core. And I feel like a lot of the Guy Gardner series, once Emerald Twilight happens, early on it was the other writer who he was a caricature, of a person. There wasn't a lot of depth to him. But once Emerald Twilight happens, they started to give him, some backstory and a little more, stuff. But I think they were still that Green Lantern thing is essential to his character, I feel like. And they were casting around to do anything and everything because they couldn't do that, which was, a really big and important part of the character, I think.
And do you think too? It's like as a Green Lantern, we knew what his limits were: yellow impurity, whatever, 24-hour charge, whatever else. It's like the Voldarian stuff. It was so brand new. It's like, oh hey, if we wouldn't need to write a new rule about this stuff, we'll just You never knew what the rules were from issue to issue, so
yeah. I mean, he can grow grenades that can implode things.
You knew he was going to blow stuff up, fight guys and blow stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anything else was, they could do whatever else.
I mean, and they get into, Guy kind of, you're right. He was the co-lead of the Green Lantern Corps book, with John Stewart and Kyle.
Yeah.
At Kilowog. But then there was the Emerald Warriors. There was like a 12-issue series where he headlined that. Like it was toward the end of right before New 52, I think. War of the Green Lanterns, I think. That he pretty much headlined that book. So yeah, it was. I think that in the right hands, he can definitely be solo. But I always think he works best when he's
Yeah.
a Green Lantern.
Yeah, I mean, any weakness of this book, I think it was, it was 90s and like it was kind of, I don't want to say directionless, but they kept changing direction. And again, in 1996, you don't want to be floundering too much because
When was it 97 the bust happened, or did it happen at the end of 96? I mean, there was a
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if it's not at this point, it's coming soon. So
yeah, because Marvel bankruptcy,
Yeah.
not the Marvel Cinematic Universe was a dream far away.
Because I'm thinking the writing was on the wall because
Yeah.
you don't, I mean, what other reason wouldn't they drag this out for another 6 months and give them a big oversized 50th final issue?
Yeah, that's weird. Why not get to 50?
I mean, it was the 90s. I mean, they could have did hologram or
Smell-o-vision.
foil. Yeah. All right. We've old man rambled again. Should we
Yes,
get
we
out of
have.
here?
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right. So, yes, next week, kids, Cal Rayner returns with a friend because we will be covering Hard Traveling Heroes, the next generation from Green Lantern 76 and 77 and Green Arrow 110 and 111. Cal Rayner's first team up with Connor Hawk, son of Oliver Queen. And then in 2 weeks, we'll do Green Lantern 78 and 79. And I threw in that Green Lantern Annual 5. That's the Green Lantern Legends of the Dead Earth.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll do that there. And then, all right, I know Will's not going to like week number 3. Final nights 1 through 4, Green Lantern 80, as we see our friend Dr. Light again, and a little book called Parallax Emerald Knight number 1.
Oh, wow. This is really, because I hadn't realized that
we're gonna be now that Dark Stars and Guy Gardner are out of the way, we're gonna be cruising.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically, so Final Night is what, the end of 96?
I think so, yeah.
So basically Hal was a villain for like 2 years, maybe 5 appearances, 6 appearances, right?
Yeah, maybe it just didn't go over well. I mean, maybe they got all your letters.
Yeah. I only wrote 1, maybe.
Yeah. And
But
then
then he's Final Night happens. Yeah.
But yeah, then in 4 weeks we'll be doing Green Lantern 81 and 82. 81, A Funeral for Someone.
Who could that be?
Funeral for, I believe the title was Funeral for a Hero.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
Because it's still Parallax.
Then the week after, then the next 2 weeks after that, we'll get to the Justice League stuff. Justice League: A Midsummer's Nightmare. That's a 3-issue miniseries. And then the issue after that, we'll get to that first JLA arcs. We're going to cross over
by Grant Morrison and Howard Porter, I think, right?
Yes. We're going to do the crossover with Lilith. So, yeah, part 1 will be on Unlimited Justice, and then part 2 will be back here.
Nice. Those are those really kind of redefined, they're later, that kind of redefined this, big screen, superhero comics, and then they would get redefined again with, like The Authority by Ellis and Brian Hitch,
JLA 1 through 4, when basically we tell the white Martians, don't underestimate Batman.
I love Batman.
Who?
He is only a human.
I love Batman.
Apparently a lot of people do.
Batman? Who?
The Hard Master.
All right. Yeah, let's get out of here. We've gone very long, but hey, can't say we give Guy Gardner a decent send-off.
That's right. We'll see you again soon, Guy.
We'll see you in Cal's book.
And then in a rebirth.
Yes. All right. So, kids, send your thoughts on all the upcoming stuff, or if you have Guy Gardner thoughts, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. I can find links to all the various social medias for all of our shows, including go follow the Quantum Zone on Facebook and Twitter. because like I said, we're going to be doing an episode. So, hey, you never know when we're going to drop an episode of the Quantum Zone. So go follow that. Find links to this YouTube channel. Every episode gets a video. Again, the Annie Chang interview is burning up the YouTube. I think are we approaching 4,000 views? I believe so.
Nice.
People love the Peacemaker. So subscribe to the YouTube, please. If you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. We're all paying for this out of our own pocket, a labor of love. So please, every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews. Lilith and I talk to Mr. D.G. Chichester every month about some of his comics every month.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And Patreon exclusive, the movie reviews. We're going to find the worst superhero movie. Round 2 is about to begin. So there's time to catch up and get on board. And of course, you can always pick up the merch, the Capes and Lunatics, Sidekicks. But find everything I just mentioned, that Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And also get on board with Matt Kona before he makes his triumphant return. Go follow him everywhere in the known world on social media at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. Another big 90s figure, just like Guy Gardner. All right, Will, master of the Quantum Zone, master of the Green Lantern Corps, master of more things that we keep adding to every day. Where can people find everything?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED via Gmail or Twitter or Facebook. All of those, social media type places. If you're interested in my comics, I have self-published Crossover Division, which is getting ready to fulfill issue 3 on Kickstarter. We have Diary of Night, which is available at diaryofnight.com. You can get Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. And if you are interested at all in a certain cosmic Avenger who is awesome, Quasar, you can find out all kinds of great information about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org. And I hang out with fellow writer Kevin Joseph on Friday nights. We do a little thing called Explain Yourself, where we talk to creators of currently running crowdfunding projects about their comics.
Nice. Where can people watch that?
It's on YouTube, and it's also a podcast that gets published a day later.
Okay.
So if you follow me on Facebook or something, I invariably will share it. But it's called Explain Yourself, and it's on YouTube. Mm-hmm.
Very good. Yeah, I was gonna say I might have to subscribe to the podcast.
You don't get sick of me after Tuesday night, man. I mean,
no, man. We're gonna do a Quantum Zone. Come on.
I of course love how Jordan.
Of course.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
You got one today, Quasar.
That's right.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
That's right, kids. If you haven't experienced the Quantum Zone, stay tuned, kids.
Hey, boys, you look at the party. Pull up the party.
All right. Thank you for joining us again. Come back next week for Hard Traveling Heroes, the Next Generation, and go check out the Capes and Lunatics podcast for that Quantum Zone episode. Hey, it's got Ray's seal of approval. What more do you need?
Absolutely.
Mr. Podcast himself.
The Quantum Zone. We did 153 now?
Well, after Saturday it will be, yes. Well, you know what? Well, the thing we did during the summer was an annual, so technically it'll be 154, but numbering is 153. All right, kids, come back next time, and remember, shot through the heart, go get yourself another one. Good night.